everyone. Today we are focusing on a quick 10-minute flow for the lower half of the body. So hips, hamstrings, quads. If you get really tight here, this is going to be an awesome quick practice for you. You might need a strap or some kind of a belt or towel or anything that you can use to kind of lasso your foot. So whenever you have that, go ahead and roll onto your back and we'll go ahead and get started. So make sure you've got some space behind you and in front of you, and we'll start by bending the left knee and go ahead and wrap your strap or whatever you have around the right foot and just start to kick the heel up towards the sky. So if you're very restricted through the hamstrings, if you tend to be real tight, just keep a bend in that knee and do as much as you can comfortably. If you need more, of course, straighten out both legs, really kick through the heel, and just take a couple breaths here to settle in, relaxing the upper body down. And one of the things I want you to pay close attention to is whether or not you've gone too far. And how you can tell you've gone too far is you end up with something like this. So if you're trembling so much that you can't even get comfortable, back off a little bit and find a point where you can settle in without completely making yourself miserable. So shoulders and neck should be relaxed. Again, adjust as you need to. And we'll hold for a few moments to try to get comfortable. Maybe let the eyes close. And really keep both legs spinning in towards the center. So try not to let the leg pop out to the side or anything. Just starting to come into the calf, come into the hamstring. Maybe pull that leg a little closer. And I know starting out this way is tough because you're probably pretty cold in the muscles and everything, but try to be patient with it. You don't have to get to your best ever here, just enough. Then your next breath out, if your legs are straight, go ahead and bend both of them a little bit. Let's unhook the right side, and we'll do the same thing to the left. So bring your strap to the left foot and adjust. My left side is always a lot tighter, so I might stay here for a second. Again, your priority is keeping the neck and the shoulders neutral. So you're just using the weight of the arms to help draw that leg in. You can let the eyes close, start to flex the left heel, and just kick into it until you start to feel some stretch. Maybe take the right leg out if that feels all right. And take one more breath in. And on the exhale, start to bend the knees. Take your strap off your foot, and you can move it to the side. You shouldn't need it for the rest of our practice here. Hug the knees in toward the chest. Go ahead and rock up to a seat. Slide back so you have space in front of you. And I want you to keep the right leg out ahead of you. Bend the left knee and pull it in. So we're going to come into a half twist, kind of a bit more mild version of a full seated twist. So cross the left foot over your right thigh and push the ball of the foot down into the floor. So just so you can see, you don't want to roll to the edge of the foot. Try to really plant it down. So left over right, squeeze the inner thigh in toward the chest. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, maybe get a gentle twist. Again, I know we're just starting out, so you might not be super flexible yet, and that's okay. So just do what you can. If that means even facing forward, I'm fine with that. Nothing wrong there. So stop where it stops. Stop wherever it stops feeling good. Really kick through the right foot. And remember to breathe. You can look anywhere that feels natural. And on your next breath out, turn back to the center. We'll come into half cow face pose. So keep the right leg as it is, but stack the left thigh over the right so that the knees are almost stacking over one another. If they stack, great. If you're a little bit further out, that's okay too. And if this is completely uncomfortable, especially if you run a lot, the IT bands and the outer hips can be really restricted. So you can always just pull the foot in. Think tree pose sitting down, okay? So any variation, anywhere in between that is fine. Just remember to sit up straight, lifting through the chest, and then as you exhale, maybe start to walk the hands out, but keep both hips down. So again, push through the right heel like you're kicking away. Inhale, lengthen. I can exhale, start to fold out. And I should also mention that if it's really difficult for you to get forward, you can use your strap or your belt, wrap it around that foot if you want some more leverage. And remember to continue breathing. Try to keep that left leg nice and heavy. And inhale, lift it back up. Uncross the left leg. We're gonna do the same thing the other way, so just maybe shake out the feet a little bit. Get a little more length on that left side now, hopefully. We'll do the same thing to the right. So sitting up tall, pull the right foot in. You're gonna plant the right foot over the left thigh and push the foot down into the floor. Now don't let the hip pop up. Keep both hips seated. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, start to twist. And again, doesn't have to be the deepest twist you know how. Just enough to get some mobility in the spine and get into that outer right hip. Flex the left foot, breathe. And slowly turn back to the center. Half cow face pose on this side. So again, remember your options. You can come into half cow face, knees are stacked, hips are down, or anywhere in between, bring the foot to the inside of the thigh and fold forward, or whatever works. Again, not a whole lot you can do wrong here. You're not really gonna hurt yourself unless you're really pushing further than you think you can go. So get comfortable, get situated. Inhale up tall, exhale, start to hinge forward. Again, use your strap or your belt if you want to, wrap it around that foot, and try to keep that right leg really heavy. So just letting it fall away from the chest, letting go, not forcing it down, just not resisting. And on your next breath in, walk the hands back up. Go ahead and unhook the right foot. Cross the ankles, roll over the feet, step back to a downward facing dog. Just tuck the toes under, lift the hips, pedal at the feet just a little bit. Relax the head, relax the neck. And then settle in. We're not going to stay here for a long time. So what I want you to do is something a little bit different here. So I want you to turn the left toes toward the outer corner of your mat. So the toes just face the edge of your mat. You're gonna push into the hands so that all of your weight comes into the left foot, and then just bend the right knee so the foot comes off the floor. Press the chest towards the thighs, maybe start to spin the left rib cage underneath the arm. So it feels a little funky, but you'll definitely feel that down the outside of the left leg. I definitely do. Take 2 more breaths. And eventually step the right foot down. Ugh, come back to neutral. Same thing to the right. And turn the right toes to the right edge of your mat. Push into the hands. Bend the left knee and just pick the foot up. So maybe start to spin the chest underneath the right arm, and you'll really feel it in the outer edge of the right leg. Remember to keep the right quads engaged. Just lengthening down the leg. And exhale, step the left foot down. Now turn both feet out to the edges of your mat, feet hip width apart. Walk the hands back and squat down. So malasana, or garland pose, if this is way too much and the heels pop up, don't worry about it. You can keep the heels lifted and just pull the chest through. If the heels come down, on the other hand, bring the hands to the heart center, squeeze the hips open, lift the chest. And just take a couple more breaths here. And exhale, hands come down. Crawl the hands forward one last time, downward facing dog, nothing fancy. And then look forward, bring the right foot between the hands, spin your body to the left, turn the toes in towards the center, heels move out, get nice and long as you breathe in. And then on your exhale, start to fold forward. Even if you want to keep the hands down, that's fine too. If you want to fold it all the way out, that works. Just go as far as the weight of the body allows comfortably. We're just going to hold for a few moments. And on your next breath in, lift the chest, pay attention. We're gonna move a little bit differently for the moment. So we're gonna come down to a seat, but I want you to push into the hands and hop both feet in towards the center and keep the knees bent when you do. So hop and squat down, have a seat. Just for fun, because why not, right? So sitting evenly on the hips, roll the shoulders up and down away from the ears, let the eyes close. Now, as usual, if you want to stay here a bit longer, then we will. You're free to. Otherwise, once you catch your breath, take a deep breath in, sweep the arms up overhead, exhale the hands down to the heart center. Let the eyes blink open. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for joining me. For full hour-long classes, be sure to check out my store, erinmotz.com/shop. Thank you again for coming out and joining me today. I'll see you back here real soon.